Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Caitlin Clark and her special whistle. Seriously? Huh? That's what we're doing now? ESPN rejects Jemele Hill and Carrie Champion. That is what we are doing. We're just going to start a new false narrative that Caitlin Clark is getting special treatment from the referees, that Caitlin Clark is getting away with things on the court that other players aren't getting away with. That couldn't be further from the truth. I've watched every Indiana Fever game. Where's this special treatment? Where is this preferential treatment? The referees are still allowing Caitlin Clark to get guarded physically. They are still allowing players to impede her movement. They're still allowing players to hand check her a bit. Are they calling it more often? For sure. Are they calling it this year more often than they did last year? For sure. Are they calling it more often this year than they did her rookie season? For sure. But preferential treatment, let's slow our rolls. The new Jemele Hill and Carrie Champion show must be off to a slow start. They must be stumbling out the gates because when in doubt, use Clark's name, paint a false narrative, and hopefully we can get some Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. We're going to debunk this preferential treatment narrative, this Caitlin Clark gets away with things that other players don't get away with narrative, the refs are favoring her narrative. We're going to debunk that. Let's get into what Carrie Champion had to say. Carrie Champion blasts WNBA refs, blatant favoritism toward Caitlin Clark. The league is not handling her well. Let me know in the comment section, but do you see Caitlin Clark favoritism from the league? From the refs? From the players? From the media? Nah, I don't see it. I don't see it one bit. Carrie Champion blasts WNBA refs, blatant favoritism towards Caitlin Clark. The league is not handling her well. The article goes on. A recent string of controversies around Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark has longtime sports commentator Carrie Champion sounding the alarm on what she sees as blatant favoritism from the refs and the league office toward its supernova. Caitlin Clark hasn't had a technical foul rescinded this year for clapping. A certain somebody has. Just letting that be known. During a game last week against the Golden State Valkyries, Clark got into several dust-ups with veteran wing Tiffany Hayes, which later came under more scrutiny after Hayes engaged with fans online who encouraged further confrontations with Clark. That led Champion to recall an incident last season in which Clark went viral for telling a referee to open their eyes, which Champion compared with a recent technical for Dallas star Paige Bueckers, which seemingly was called simply because Bueckers clapped. That technical foul got rescinded, Carrie. Now, we're going to finish this article, but does Carrie Champion know that that technical foul that Paige Bueckers got because she clapped got rescinded? Or does Carrie Champion not pay attention and she's just going off her feels? On top of that, Clark was quite dismissive of the controversy around her late scratch for a home game last week, for which the WNBA issued Indiana a warning for breaking injury reporting rules. In total, Champion believes that while some of the issues can be chalked up to growing pains of a young star athlete and understandable frustration with intense media scrutiny, the pattern suggests preferential treatment toward Clark that other stars do not enjoy. That type of blatant favoritism annoys the hell out of me. Quote, I don't know if this is her fault because I think it might be unfair for me to say that this is her fault, but at the same time, it's like, why is she getting this special treatment? And it just is, yet again, another example of the league and its fans being so precious with her. I still haven't seen you give us an example of this preferential treatment. Later, Champion offered even stronger criticisms of Clark and the fans who followed her into the WNBA, arguing that the entitlement in the way Clark communicates with referees and coaches is out of bounds. The more we get to catch these glimpses of Caitlin Clark, I'm like, I don't like you. I don't like the way you behave on the court. And the league is positioning you to be the superstar because you are, and with leadership comes certain responsibility. And if you don't want that responsibility, I understand that. Let's look at the biggest names in the NBA. LeBron James, flopper, referee complainer. Kevin Durant, referee complainer. Steph Curry, complains to the referees. Luka Doncic complains to the referees. All these players complain to the referees. Whether we like it or not, they complain. So to act like this is a solely Clark thing, let's be real. But let's stay in the WNBA. Paige Beckers complains to the WNBA, complains to the refs. Stewart complains about the referees. Asia complains about the referees. So again, Carrie Champion, whatever standard you're holding her to is just non-existent. It just doesn't happen. But the way you behave, this entitlement, the way you're talking to your coaches, you enjoy that. So if that's what you enjoy, if you want to be the villain, if you want to be the tough person, then let it be, because we're coming at you the same way we could come at anyone else. And her fans need to recognize that, like she chooses that behavior. Champion offered multiple examples in and out of the WNBA, including Beckers, Nafisa Collier, and A'ja Wilson, as well as Serena Williams and LeBron James, who have made mistakes how they operate as a public face of their leagues while still not crossing the line. LeBron James constantly crosses the line. LeBron James put his hand on a referee. Serena Williams berated a judge. Both of those athletes have crossed the line numerous times. Numerous times. Nafisa Collier, I haven't seen her cross the line. A'ja Wilson, on the court, I can't say I've seen her cross the line. I can't even say I've seen Caitlin Clark cross the line. Because she's not going to sit there and let her coach berate her on the sideline, that's crossing the line. I disagree. In comparison to those athletes, Shane believes that Clark gets a pass not only in how she is sometimes covered, but also how in the WNBA as an institution treats her. This woman's cuckoo. Looney bin. I think the league is not handling her well, Champion said. I don't think coddling her behind the scenes is going to create what they think it's going to create. How are they coddling her behind the scenes? Before the issue gets bigger, Champion and co-host Jamel Hill agreed someone needs to step in and level set with Clark, whether that be the Fever coaching staff or the WNBA commissioner. Because Clark is such a lightning rod, many prominent commentators have completely opposite opinions about aspects of her game and personality. Many believe that referees actually allow far more physicality toward Clark than other stars, and while Champion argued Clark experienced the inevitable ramifications of being a top player in the league, others have accused the WNBA of stifling Clark's popularity in marketing and promotional content. When it comes to Clark's relationship with the league office, perhaps the best rule of thumb is the old idea that if both sides are equally aggravated, the equilibrium is ultimately a sign of proper balance. Let's just take a look at this real quick. I might get off the stream for a second. Personal fouls, all the way to the right of your screen. Let's take a look at the preferential treatment that Caitlin Clark gets. Personal fouls per game, the 2026 season. Caitlin Clark is currently in the top 20 for personal fouls. Where is the preferential treatment if she's amongst the league leaders and getting fouls called against her? And not only are these defensive fouls, a lot of them are offensive fouls, pushing off ball to create space. Where is the preferential treatment? Moving along, free throw attempts. Caitlin Clark, not even in the top 10 in free throw attempts. Brittany Sykes, Alyssa Thomas, A'ja Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Ka Copper, Dearica Hamby, Sonia Citrone gets to the line more than CC. Carla Leite gets to the line more than CC. Angel Reese, Shakira Austin, Kelsey, and then you get Caitlin Clark. Where is the preferential treatment? Again, talking out of her ass. Excuse me. Then we get into this game against the Los Angeles Sparks. Caitlin Clark claps in the ref's face, teed up, no hesitation. Again, where is the preferential treatment? I'm not seeing it. Caitlin Clark, at the end of the first half against the Golden State Valkyrie. Gets into it with Janelle Saloon. Caitlin Clark actually did nothing here. Went after the ball when there was still time. You know what she got for that? A technical foul. Where is the preferential treatment? I'm not seeing it. Has she SGA'd her way to the free throw line on a few occasions? Yes. Is she getting preferential treatment? No. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.